Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Concepts of Telecom, take it easy. Today I am going to discuss and show you about the mapping of different channels on resource grid. Right, there are different kind of channels: PD, SCH, PU, CCH, PD, CCH, reference signals and all. So how those channels are mapped on the resource grid. I'm going to tell you that. Let's see. Fine. Let's start with PSS and SSS, primary synchronization signal and secondary synchronization signal. So how they are mapped on resource grid. So let's draw this resource grid. So suppose this is 10 millisecond, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 1 millisecond and this is time domain. This is frequency domain, right? So if we will, sorry, it's not very good. Let's see, we'll draw this from here, right? So this is resource grid, and this is, if we say 12 subcarriers for, so this is this red one is consisting of 1 RB, right? 1 RB means 12 subcarriers on the frequency domain and 0.5 millisecond on, sorry, this is 0.5 millisecond, right? This is the 0.5 millisecond on time domain, right? So this one is 1 RB. This one is 1 RB, right? So if we will see how PSS and SSS are mapped, so if we expand this, okay, and you know that these two, if let's expand this, these two will have 7 symbols, right? 0 to 7, and here also 0 to 7. So this is 1 RB from here, 0.5 millisecond, and this is complete. This one is 1 millisecond and the half is 0.5 millisecond. So 1 RB, if we divide 0 to 7 symbols, so in the last 6 and 7 symbol, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how much? 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, right? So in the last 6 and 7 symbol of our resource block, this one is 6, this one is 7. This 6 consists of SSS, secondary synchronization signal, and the 7th symbol consists of primary synchronization signal, right? So this is the position of PSS in SSS on the resource grid. This is position on the time domain, and if we have to see about this frequency domain, then it goes up to 72 subcarriers. So 72 subcarrier means one resource block consists of 12. So 72 divided by 12 is equal to 6 RBs. So on the frequency domain, so it will go like this. Suppose we divide this one, so it will go like this from here to here. These both will go from here to here up to 6 RBs, mean 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 6. It will go up to 6 on the frequency domain. So this is the position of PSS and SSS on a resource grid, right? Primary synchronization signal and secondary synchronization signal, and it is also present on the first subframe, like this is the first subframe, and on the 6th subframe, like on 2 subframe it is present. So this is 1, so first subframe, second, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is also present same at the sixth subframe. So if we divide it 0 point, and if we expand this as well, so starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So like this is SSS and 7th is PSS. Okay, so this is the position of primary synchronization signal and secondary synchronization signal on resource grid. Right, on the time domain they are present on first subframe and sixth subframe, sixth and seventh symbol, and on frequency domain this is time domain, and on frequency domain if we have to see, they are present on 72 subcarriers. Right, it means equivalent to 6 RBs. Right, so this is about PSS in SSS mapping. Now one more thing, that if you will see, suppose we have a bandwidth, this is frequency domain, right? I'll draw another picture. This is time domain, this is frequency domain. Suppose we have a frequency of 20 megahertz. Okay, so these these subframe, so from where those 72 subcarriers would be there, so 72 subcarriers would be in the middle of the frequency, right? They will always be in the middle of the frequency. Okay, so 72 subcarriers from the middle of the frequency on frequency domain, right? So suppose these are 72 subcarriers, so would be present here only on the first slot, and this one sixth slot, sorry, sixth subframe, like this. So subcarriers would be choose on the middle of the frequency, right? This is for PSS and SSS. Now let's see the MIB. What is MIB, right? Master information block, you know. So master information block travels on PBCH, physical broadcast control channel. So what is the on resource grid, where is the position of that MIB? So let's see, I'll use blue, MIB. So this is master information block, right? So MIB travels on, let's draw the resource grid. This is frequency domain, this is time domain. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and a 10. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 millisecond, 1 frame, right? And on frequency domain it is frequency. So where the MIB comes, right? So MIB comes if this is 0.5, right? This complete one is this complete is 1 millisecond, and this half is 0.5 millisecond, 0.5 millisecond, right? So this is 0.5 millisecond, and if we expand this one, then here 7 symbols comes. Out of those seven symbols, right, on the first 4 symbols means that the first subframe, second slot, and the first 4 symbols 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, on these first 4 symbols MIB comes, right? So MIB comes on these symbols, like if we say first 4 symbols of first subframe, second slot, right? and it comes and on it comes every and as usual on frequency domain the length is 72 subcarriers. So on time domain the position is this one, first subframe, second slot, first four symbols, right? First four symbols, and after that on frequency domain again 72 subcarriers. So it is extended, the information is extended up to 72 subcarriers on frequency domain. 72 subcarriers, as you know, once one resource block has 12 subcarriers, so if we divide it by 12, so 6 RBs. On frequency domain it is extended up to 6 RBs, and on frequency domain it is time domain it is on these symbols. Now one more thing just for your information, that the complete information of master information block gets transferred in 4 frames. It means the complete information of a single master information block takes 4 frames. So one frame is of 10 millisecond, so 4 frames is of 40 millisecond. So one information, the complete information of a master information block gets transferred in 40 millisecond. It means the TTI of MIB is equal to 40 millisecond in LTE, right? This is just for information. So right, and since I am talking about the this TTI of MIB, so let me tell you about the TTI of SIB as well in the same time. And SIB gets transferred on PDSCH, right? So this is shared channel, and shared channel there is no specific specific position of shared channel on the time domain. It can be anywhere like this. If we divide this, resource grid can be here, 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 anywhere. Apart from all these signals, whatever the fixed signals are there, whatever the left resource grid positions are there, so it can be transferred anywhere. PDSCH is a downlink shared channel, and the TTI for SIB is 80 milliseconds, right? So it takes around 8 frames. Why 80 millisecond? Because the complete information of a SIB gets transferred in 8 frames, right? As the MIB was getting transferred in 4 frames, that's why 40 millisecond. So TTI 40 millisecond, and it's getting in 80 milliseconds. It means it is taking 8 frames. 8 frames is equal to 80 milliseconds. So the TTI for SIB is equal to 80 millisecond in LT, right? Okay. So we have completed PSS, SSS, MIB, SIB. So let's see, next one is now the next one is PD CCH, yeah, physical downlink control channel. PF CICH, so this is physical format control indication channel, format indication channel. And PHICH, physical hybrid indicator channel, hybrid HAR indicator channel, right? So these 3 channels, right, where they are present. Now the first symbol of okay, let's draw the resource grid again to show these channels. Here they comes, here it is, 1 2 3 4 5 6. I think I need not to draw the complete 10 now, you know. Let me enlarge the first this subframe only so that you can understand it better. So this is 1 millisecond, right, on time domain. This is frequency domain again. So where they are present, so they are present, suppose this is 1 millisecond, and let's divide it in 0.5 millisecond. It is 0.5. So one resource block with 12 subcarriers. So they are transferred on the first four. Now it is again having 7 symbols. If we enlarge this, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Sorry, this is wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I was let me correct. It is up to 6 only. Sorry, I have drawn it 8, but there are 7 symbols. Sorry, my mistake. Sorry. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 symbols are there. Sorry, in previous slides as well, I think I had drawn wrong, so just take it in a right way, right? Okay, so now the first 4 symbols, right? This one, let me draw with this, okay, blue, right? First 4 symbols, right, are for PDCCH, right? So it depends upon, sometimes it may be, it depends upon the P per format indicator control channel, that how many symbols would be used for PDCCH. So PFICH will, the value of PFICH will indicate how many symbols will be used for PDCCH. So it may be from 0 to 3. It means 4 symbols would be there, or there may be 1 symbol as well. It depends upon the format of that, right? So this is PDCCH, and if we will see, we will map this here, right? So right, so and the first slot, the first one, this one, let me draw this here, also has PCFICH plus PHICH. Okay, so this one, on frequency domain, again it has I think how much it has? It has 9 subframes only, and right, to 4 symbols. In frequency, entire band is used. So in frequency, entire band is used, like earlier for this PSS, MIB, and this PSS and SSS, we were using 72 subcarriers on frequency domain, but here entire band, if it is, the frequency is 20 megahertz, then entire band is used, right? Entire band is used. On entire band it is given. So the first slot has PCFICH plus PHICH, and rest, and this first slot also has PDCCH. So in first slot, three channels are there: PCFICH, PHICH, and PDCCH. And PDCCH may also get extended up to 3 more symbols, like here, up to here, 3 more symbols. So it depends upon the format and PCFICH information, that how much slots will be used for PDCCH control information. And on frequency domain, it is on full frequency grid on frequency domain. And time domain, this is the position for these 3 channels, right? Okay, so let's move on. So let's see about reference signals, right? Reference signals, if we have to say. So let's see about reference signals. I'll give you some idea about the reference signals. In downlink reference signal, right? So if we draw it, the resource grid again. So I'll draw what I'll draw. The reference signal has 8 REs in a scheduling block. So let's draw one scheduling block only, okay, instead of drawing complete resource grid. So scheduling block is suppose here it is 1 millisecond on time domain. This is time domain, this is again frequency domain. So let's do scheduling block. So it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, right? So let's see. So it is up to here, okay, and this is if we divide time domain in 0.5 millisecond and 0.5 millisecond, right? So after that if we divide it again in symbols, so sorry, here not here up to right. So this is 12 subcarriers on frequency domain. Now let's join your symbols 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, it has not been very even, but anyway, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so take this one, it has been very broad, but take this one as equal, right? Okay, so sorry, here, so in the downlink reference signal has 8 resource element in a scheduling block. So this is one scheduling block, right? This is one complete scheduling block. So it has 8 REs used for downlink reference signal. So here it is there, and then like here it would be used 1 2 3 4. So 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3 4 here, and 1 2 3 4 sorry, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, yeah, like this. Here it is, and on 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 10 1 2 3 4 5, right? 1 2 3 4 5. Suppose here it is in a scheduling block, right? So suppose if we have here it is, then it is this one, I think this one, yeah, this one. So here it is 8 REs. Sorry, it is not there. This one is not there. Sorry. Right. So we have 8 REs, right? 8 REs in a downlink for downlink reference signal. So reference signal will be transmitted here. Now suppose if we have, this is for single like not MIMO, this is a case without MIMO. Now if we have 2x2 MIMO, just for information, if we have 2x2 MIMO, then these 8 REs would be distributed in 2 resource grid for both antennas, right? 4 would be here, 4 REs in this resource grid, and 4 REs in this resource grid, right? 4 REs in this resource grid and 4 REs in this resource grid, right? So like this. And if we have 4x4 MIMO, suppose we have 4x4 MIMO, so I think 2 REs would be distributed for 4 resource grid in this. Yeah, and one more thing I forgot to tell you in this one, sorry, one more thing I forgot to tell you in PDCCH, in case of PDCCH, sorry, the PDCCH also gets transferred in the every first symbol of every subframe, right? Like here PDCCH is getting transferred, so in this is one subframe and this is suppose another subframe, so it will also get transferred in the first symbol of first slot of every subframe. This is PDCCH again, right? So just for your information, I forgot to tell you, right? Now let's move on. So now comes to uplink channels, right? Now here let's see the RACH. Okay, so RACH is random access channel, and if we will see its position on the resource grid, like sorry, RACH, RACH. So let's see if we have to see its position on the resource grid. This is time domain, this is frequency domain. Then suppose this is first, this is 1 millisecond. Okay, suppose it is 1 millisecond, then it takes complete 1 millisecond. Okay, on the time domain, the RACH takes complete 1 millisecond on the time domain and 72 subcarriers on frequency domain. So till now what we have seen, either some signals take entire frequency domain, right, like PDCCH, PFICH, or this PHICH, or otherwise they take 72 subcarriers. So these two only the, I mean, we can say these only two types of partition are there in frequency domain if we have to see. So this it takes up to 72 subcarriers on frequency domain and complete 1 millisecond, and it may vary also. The RACH may vary also depending upon the size of the preamble format as well. So it may vary also, but generally if we have to see, then it goes from 1 millisecond in time domain and up to 72 subcarriers on frequency domain. And let's see the another channel, PUCCH, sorry, physical uplink control channel. So physical uplink control channel is always on the first RB, right, on the down here on the end of the frequency grid on a time domain. This is time domain, right, and it is on the end of the, suppose this is end of the frequency, then on the last one here, PUCCH, right. So PUCCH is present here, right here, on the edges of the frequency, we can say, like this, PUCCH, right. So let's see the next one. And you know, PUSCH could be anywhere in the resource grid because it's a shared channel in having information here, anywhere there, right? PUSCH, like PDSCH, PUCCH could be anywhere apart from the where the already signaling is present, right? So just one general information I want to tell you, that is just for your information, that when the UE has to be assigned the scheduling rate, suppose the UE is there and this is BTS. So if the scheduling rate has not been assigned to the UE, then it will send it will send PUCCH. The UE will send PUCCH to BTS, and if the scheduling rate has been assigned to UE, then it will send PUSCH. So we can say that PUCCH helps in assigning the scheduling rate for UE, right? Just for your information. But anyway, so let's see, the two more things are left: the sounding reference signal, the RS and SRS in uplink. So the RS and SRS, they will go full frequency on uplink. Suppose this is the resource grid, like so, wherever they are, they will go complete frequency, full resource grid, complete frequency, right? And like this, they will go on complete frequency domain. full frequency domain, sounding RS signal in the uplink, right? And one more thing, what is sounding reference signal? Sounding reference signal is in uplink, like I can tell you that sounding reference signal, whenever UE wants eNode B to send downlink information in some particular slots of the resource grid, then the SRS is sent to from UE to BTS. Whenever UE wants that the downlink information must be sent in a particular slot of a resource grid, so BTS eNode B checks if the resource grid is free, then it sends that information in that particular block, otherwise it does not send. So SRS, sounding reference signal, is used for that case. And now for FDMA, like it is the case of TDMA, and for FDMA it is used on okay, let's not talk about that, otherwise you will get confused. So anyway, this is all about the different types of mapping of channels and on resource grid. So hope you will get something out of this, and if you are not clear about anything or any channel, you can message me anytime. I will revert on that. So hope it had been a bit useful for you. So thanks for joining, and let's see you again some other lecture. Thank you very much.